Start recording. All right, so I've been asked for just a little bit of help on how to make, I guess, a coin. Um, Basically, what we want to do is we want to get like a little like flat cylinder, disc shape, and then we want to be able to put like some art on it. Now, you could do this entirely within Tinkercad. You could just like grab a cylinder here, and let me zoom in here and tilt this a little bit. Now it's a little tall for being a coin, but we can make it smaller, right? Like, now it looks very coin-like. And then you could go in here and you could do a scribble, right? And like you could design a little scribble here. Hold on a second. I'm not the best artist, but imagine that this is the person's head. And then you're done. So there's our little scribble. And we can actually move this around and put it on there. And we can, excuse me. Let me shrink that a bit. How do I? Yeah, anyway, let's see, we could just totally move this and make it smaller. Let's make it a little smaller. There we go, and we could just put it in there, and then we got some beautiful coinage right there. Of course, we would make this a little bit smaller, and we'd probably like raise it up a little bit. Whoop. No, that's not right. We'd probably raise it up a little bit, maybe make this a little bit smaller still, and then how do I make it small? That's this button, just pull it up like that much, and then we could make this like a negative space, and then we could like combine these two with this button, and now we've effectively cut in, right? But let's pretend for a second that you're not as amazing of an artist as I am, and that you want some actual art there, maybe an actual picture of an actual historical human. What you're going to want to do is use the internet. So let me close that. Or kill that. We're going to go over. Basically, we're going to go to Google Images, and we're going to find a small-time dictator. I've chosen Luigi here. You can just basically save the image of a head that you like. Now, when you save the image of a head, or really any image here, you're probably going to get like an image file, like a PNG or a JPEG or a GIF or a bitmap or any of those files, and all of those files are image files. That means that they have colors, and they're meant for looking at and for doing art with. But we can't really use. In fact, right here, if we tried to import, like it says that we can support STL, OBJ, and SVJ. So the closest we can get to an actual image file is an SVJ, which I think stands for Scalable Vector Graphics. It's basically it turns your art or the picture of Luigi here into, well, really more of a math kind of thing. And to do that, again, you either need to have an app on your iPad or your computer at home to allow you to convert a PNG to an SVJ. And when you do, depending on how it converts it, what it's going to try and do is find like the edges, and it's going to trace around those edges, and then it's going to create sort of like solid blocks. And anyway, it's a lot of math involved, and it's also a lot of art. You could do this manually if you had an SVJ, like if you had I don't know, like Photoshop or something, you could do this, but I don't think our iPads do. And also, I'm not an artist, and so tracing a Luigi head would be a very difficult thing for me to do. So instead of that, there's a website called Convertio.co, and I'll put a link to this in the description. Maybe I'll figure out how to get an affiliate link so I can get paid, but I won't. What you're gonna do here is you're gonna like choose a file to convert. So you're gonna drag in the Luigi head here, and where's my pictures? Here's my Luigi. I've already done Luigi actually. Let's go ahead and grab a Mario. I want Luigi. Let's go grab a Luigi head. And this is going to take a little bit of time to convert. We want to make sure that we get the image in SVG file type, right? And so we're going to convert. It will take a little bit of time. I've actually already done it. And so, yeah, we're going to leave that there. And we're going to import my already made Luigi SVG. And it did a good job, I feel, of converting that image over here, right, this one, into a kind of black and white, right over here, sort of cutout, which I'm pumped about. Like, heck yeah, let's do it. So we're going to import that, and we'll see that it's probably a little big, and the color of this actually doesn't matter. But it is big, but that's okay because we'll be able to scale it, right? We shrink it on down, still kind of big, shrink it on down. And because this is an SVG, how do I actually move on this thing, man? Like, I'm not really good at the Tinkercads. So here we go. You know, it's getting smaller, and it's keeping the same amount of detail. Let's bring this over here. Let's see, we can bring this real close, right? But it's still got that same amount of detail in it all of the time because of the way SVGs work. It's not actually saving pixel per pixel. It's basically saving like the points and then the line, you know, the formula for the line to connect those points. And so we can get pretty detailed even at pretty small. We can also stay detailed even at pretty large. So what we want to do now, though, is put in a coin. So here's my coin. Again, it's a little bit big. We're going to make this a little bit smaller. Let's make it, I don't know, 3 millimeters thick. Let's make my Luigi head. No, that's not quite right. Let's make this one. Oh, wow, it's really tiny, guys. Yeah, let's make this 4 millimeters thick. Now it's a little bit taller than my coin. We can put it in there. We can actually take both of these together and align them by center and by center. And now they're aligned in there. And we could take then this Luigi guy and move him up so that he's just about a millimeter. Oh, hold on a second. So let's grab just the Luigi this time and let's move him up a millimeter. So he's going to be cutting into that coin a little more than halfway. And we're going to, oh no, hold on, I grouped them too soon. Let's make Luigi a negative shape, and then let's group them. And now we can happily see that we've cut in, and we're going to get that. Yeah? Now, of course, maybe we don't want it that thick. Maybe we want it thinner, but that's how you're going to do it. So, by a combination of, really quick review, find the image that you like, upload your image to Convertio.co, make sure you're getting the SVG file, and then import your SVG file into the Tinkercad software online. Hopefully everything works out well, and I hope this helps.